Isn't this too fancy for us?
I mean, you see this house? This is way too fancy for us. Hey everybody, welcome back to our Little Mountain Life. This video is about our beautiful new table. So we're going to show you guys that in just a second. Obviously there's a lot that needed to be done. We talked about on the last video how Kenny was going to be bringing down the table and kind of gave me a deadline, so to speak, saying, hey, we're bringing it down this day. And so I was able to get all that shiplap finished up in the ceiling and on the walls around the great room area. And then last Saturday, he showed up.
I know I've been distant, so detached and resistant to the things that are perfect in my life. I once was a hermit, but inside I was yearning just to take off the mask and see the light. And it was you who made me see. You gave me hope and set me free. And yeah, I know I've been a little slow, but hey, I'm good to go. Hey, I'm good to go. Hey, I'm good to go. Hey, I'm good to go.
This table wasn't cheap. Most custom woodcraft is not cheap. But do you like it?
I love it, and I think we're gonna have it forever.
Because we don't normally spend a lot of money on things. Like when you look around our house and you look at the things that we have inside the house, even appliances, our fridge, oven, everything.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is the most expensive thing inside the house.
I think we're gonna use it so much, and it's a focal point of our house. I mean, this is a small little living space, and when you walk in, it's like, bam!
And the size is just perfect.
I think it's perfect.
Like when we first picked out that slab at the wood shop downtown, it was big. It's not a tiny house. We don't live in a tiny home.
But it's not large by American standards.
Our floor space is 1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
So we had to be careful with the size. And eventually Kenny ended up chopping off a little bit from this end and a little bit from that end down there.
I don't know about woodworking, but it's so pretty. Like every little edge is like smooth and contoured, and there's endless interest.
It's full of character.
Everywhere you look, there's something interesting to look at. It's just gorgeous. And we went with these benches, which is really helping keep like a clutter-free look in here, I think.
Oh yeah, the benches are great. They're comfortable.
Yeah.
And again, you talk about the care that he put into this table. He put the same care into the benches. The front edge,
It's so smooth.
where our thighs are on it, right there.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. You know, this was a live edge slab where he had to take off the live edges, because when you're working with live edge wood, as we found when I was doing the shelving in the kitchen, there's a lot of that bark and that soft material on the edge of the wood that if you leave it there, you're gonna have issues, you know? But he was able to take that off and then kind of hand chisel and contour the edges of this so that you don't have any soft wood remaining. It's all hard and durable and something you can like hit onto, and it's not gonna dent it or anything. And he put a lot of love into this thing.
It's gorgeous. I'm really happy with it. And we've been sitting here so much. The girls come in and want to be writing and drawing and reading and stuff at the table.
Yeah, and
We've been having coffee here in the mornings
Oh my
besides
gosh.
having dinner.
I mean, we've only had this table, let's see, we've had this table here in this house for like 5 days. And I've probably had, I hate to admit
So
how
much
much coffee. We've had a lot of coffee on this table. You know, it's perfect in so many ways. It's beautiful, it's functional, it's the right size. And
Does it make you feel inspired to finish the house?
it does inspire me. We're almost there, and it's, you know, it's inspiring. It ties together the entire house. It's starting to feel like home.
I think my favorite part is the bow ties on that end and the epoxy filling in the crack. I really love the look of river tables, but Don doesn't like them so
And
much.
Kenny doesn't like river tables either.
Well, we got a little tiny stream,
Yes.
a little bit of river over there, which I really love.
I mean,
And all of the bow ties are so pretty.
yeah, we've got 2 bow ties there in that crack. We've got 3 in this one, and then we got this one down here, which I didn't know was going to happen. That was like a surprise bow tie.
I love it.
And Kenny made them different colors and different sizes because, you know, a bow tie and woodwork like this, it's functional.
Right.
You know, it's necessary to hold the wood together to keep it from expanding further. And when you have a table like this, there's so many different ways you can go about it, especially with the legs, the hardware that you have. Like we were on Google image search and like Pinterest and
We looked
in
at a lot of
Instagram, and we looked at
Yes.
like 100,000 different tables, and we could have gone any way with the legs, but we went with these big, thick, stocky metal steel legs. And Kenny did a great job. They're all powder coated. They tie in really well.
Farmhouse minimalist, which is kind of our
Modern, sophisticated farmhouse,
vibe. Yeah,
and it ties in with the black and the rest of the house.
for sure.
I mean, we've got some natural wood. It's mostly white, you know, with the countertops and the subway tile and then the shiplap everywhere, obviously. But then we have a lot of black hardware. We have black hardware on the countertop, on the cabinets, and black hardware, you know, with the railing and the stairs going up to the loft. And now we have the black hardware on this. So, you know, like I said, it's really tying everything together. And it's almost like we can start to see the complete picture of what the inside of the house is going to be like when we're all finished.
It was fun when they put it up. We did a puzzle right away.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a great puzzle table. I love puzzles.
Yep. This is a good. This end down here is a little bit wider, and you can fit a big freaking puzzle right here. And yeah, that was fun. Like the very first thing we did was puzzle on it.
Kenny and Courtney are good with puzzles. We put it together so fast.
Yep. Fun time. You know, the kids got to go outside and play, and it was good to visit with them when they were here because the only other time that we've seen them was at the Homesteaders Conference 2 years ago.
Right. Our kids hadn't met before, and they
Yeah.
got along really well.
About the same age, especially with the girls, and they were running around playing, hanging out with the chickens and the dog, and it was a good time. Thanks, Kenny. We love the table. It's really freaking awesome. And Kenny does a lot of great stuff with wood, but right now he's taking on this new adventure with leather working.
A nude venture?
Not a nude. A new adventure. We don't want to see Kenny's new adventure.
No offense.
Kenny's new adventure in leatherwork, leathercraft, and he's making some beautiful aprons and bags, all sorts of functional things with leather that's just functional and beautiful. So definitely check him out, like on Instagram and everything. Life Crafted by Kenny, and obviously their YouTube channel, Life on Beagle Road. But yeah, I think we're happy, and we're gonna keep moving on. Next up, we got a shiplap above the windows, and just keep pushing. We've got our deck staying in. Now that our deck is finally kind of dried out and aged a little bit from being brand new with pressure treated wood, we're gonna stain the deck next week, so that's another big project. So stick with us. We've got a bunch of work coming up to finish this house, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video.
Well, I hope you're having fun.